1, 2, right back. What's going on YouTube? Coach Marcus Hodges here with Separation Team Basketball, and today we're going to talk about 2 dribble release. Something you don't want to miss. You already know, man. Let's get it. I know you guys have heard those coaches that don't agree with working with 2 basketballs. Well, I'm not one of those coaches. I like working with 2 basketballs. It's not something I do every day, but it's definitely something you can change up your training with to definitely add some difficulty to your ball handling. At the end of the day, you're able to do 2 things at one time. So today we're gonna talk about a dribble release. So anytime I'm dribbling 2 basketballs, my dribble release is when I let go of 1 basketball here. Now, what's gonna be an important factor with your dribble release is being able to release it and almost getting that release to go in the exact same spot that you dribbled it from. That's gonna be your dribble mechanics. If it's a little off, you'll notice the ball will go a little left or a little right. So I wanna practice on just that dribble release, releasing the ball, and then almost going right in that exact same spot you release it from. So we'll start off real basic here. 2 or 3 dribbles in between, and we'll add a release. Try not to release too high, and try not to let the ball hit the ground again. Let it release, boom. This can be working on your offhand right here. Somebody tries to reach, and you're smacking down that hand. I want you guys to imagine as I'm releasing that basketball, now it's just gonna be a one ball handling drill right now, because at the end of the day, I'll have 1 ball released, and I'm dribbling 1, and as that ball's coming down, that's a defender reaching in that moment. So as that ball's coming down, am I able to grab that basketball, maintain my dribble without affecting that opposite hand? So that's gonna be an important factor with having that dribble release. Now, as you're having your dribble release, I wanna release 1 and get into a double crossover. This can work on speed. This also can work on your timing. I'm big on speed, but I'm also big on changing that pace. So when we get our dribble release, get into that double cross, you can allow the basketball to hit, but try not to let that basketball hit more than 1 time. So notice my releases are all in the same spot. Just controlled dribble. Now if you want a little more advanced, when you have that release, now release it. Try not to let it get higher than your shoulder. Release into a double cross. Don't allow the released basketball to hit again before you're done with that double cross. So when I'm here, release it 1, 2, and then you're the player that's forcing the ball to go back down. You can almost cross right under that basketball. Tight, quick crossovers, controlled dribble releases. And that was just our dribble release into a double cross. 2 methods you can work on allowing the basketball to hit is 1. The second one, working on really that speed now. Quick double cross, not allowing that basketball to hit the ground before you finish that double cross. Second one is gonna be the same release, and I wanna work on that speed. See if you can go now between the legs. So as I'm having this dribble release again, boom, now I'm going between the legs. Notice my feet are splitting. Try not to step forward. You're probably gonna bump into that dribble release. If I go backwards, I might not be in range to grab it. So I wanna split my feet, keeping my space, making sure my hips are down, just like you're regular between the legs with 1 basketball. So I have my release, boom, I'll go between the legs, I'll get it right back. Release in between. Try not to let that basketball hit more than once as you're releasing it. Controlled release. Once again, if you want to challenge yourself, don't allow the basketball to hit. You force the ball down. Off hands being active. Now I've worked on the crossover, you're double crossing in between the legs. Now I want to blend both together. So now as I release it, I want to have a cross and in between. Once again, you can allow the basketball to hit once. If you're working on that speed and want to change up that pace, you be the player to force that basketball down. Try to control your release each and every time. I'll have my release, cross between, and then I'm there. Release, cross between. Remember, split your feet as you're going between the legs. These are all, I'm allowing the basketball to hit 1 time, working on that pace. We've worked on our crossovers between the legs. Now I just want to add that behind the back dribble. We'll go stationary, allowing your feet to be wider than your shoulders, bent from the hip. And then we'll also go a different variation where our feet will split. Once again, that same stance going between the legs, but now I'm going behind the back. So focus on placement and your dribble release here. I'll have my release, and all I'm doing as I go, release, behind, once again, and get it right back. 1, 2, right back. Notice my offhand's always forcing it down. Make sure you guys put in that work, man. Make sure we're understanding what you're working on. As I told you guys before, pace and speed. Don't always play slow, don't always play fast. Be able to change that pace up. If you like today's drills, let me know in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like, also what you want to see next. If you haven't, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, also that bell notification. I got plenty of ball handling drills on the way. You don't want to miss out. Coach Marcus Hodges, Separation Team, man, you already know, let's get it.